Pinnipeds, also referred to as seals, are a group of carnivorous, fin-footed, semi-aquatic, primarily marine animals that are widely dispersed and diversified. They are made up of the living families Odobenidae, of which the walrus is the only member, Odoridae, which includes sea lions and fur seals, and Phocidae, the earless seals, or true seals. More than 50 extinct species have been described from fossils, and there are now 34 species of pinnipeds. Although originally it was believed that seals were descended from two ancestral lines, DNA data confirms their monophyletic lineage descended from one ancestral line. The largest member of the order Carnivora is the male southern elephant seal, which is 5 m long and weighs 3,200 kilograms. Seals range in size from the 1 m, 45 kilograms Baikal seal to this. Sexual dimorphism is present in a number of animals. They have 4 modified limbs that function as flippers and sleep bodies. Seals are more supple and agile than dolphins, while not swimming as quickly. Otariids typically utilize their front limbs to go through the water, whereas phocids and walruses mostly use their hind limbs. Otariids and walruses have hind limbs that can be used as legs on land by pulling them under the body. Comparatively, phocids' terrestrial locomotion is more difficult. Phocids and walruses lack external ears that may be seen, whereas otariids do. Pinnipeds have highly developed senses. Their eyesight, hearing, and complex tactile system in their whiskers or vibrissae are all adapted for both air and water. Some creatures have evolved to be capable of deep diving. Except for the walrus, all species are coated in fur, and they have a layer of fat, or blubber, under their skin to stay warm in the chilly water. Although there are many different species of pinnipeds, the majority favor the cooler seas of the northern and southern hemispheres. Most of their lives are spent in the water, although they occasionally come ashore to mate, give birth, molt, or flee from predators like sharks and orcas. Even though they prefer the ocean, seals can also be found in freshwater. Most of them eat fish and other marine invertebrates, but some, like the leopard seal, also eat large vertebrates like penguins and other seals. Walruses are designed specifically to eat mollusks that live on the ocean floor. Pinniped males frequently mate with multiple females, though the extent of polygyny varies by species. When compared to species that breed on ice, males of land-breeding species typically mate with more females. The methods used by male pinnipeds to successfully reproduce include protecting females, guarding areas that draw in females, and engaging in ceremonial displays or leg mating. Females are primarily responsible for raising puppies, which are normally born in the spring and summer. Some species mothers fast and only feed their young for a little amount of time, while others go on foraging expeditions at sea in between feeding sessions. While at sea, walruses are known to nurse their young. Numerous vocalizations are made by seals, including the gong-like calls of walruses, the barking of California sea lions, and the intricate melodies of Weddell seals. The indigenous populations of the Arctic have long utilized the meat, fat, and fur coats of pinnipeds. Seals have been portrayed in numerous civilizations throughout the world. They are frequently housed in captivity and occasionally trained to carry out tasks and tricks. Seals and walruses, which were once brutally targeted by commercial businesses for their products, are now covered by international law. The International Union for Conservation of Nature has listed the Mediterranean monk seal and Hawaiian monk seal as endangered, while the Japanese sea lion and Caribbean monk seal have gone extinct in the last century. Pinnipeds are threatened by accidental trapping, maritime pollution, and confrontations with locals in addition to hunting. The term pinniped refers to both a family and an order of animals, and it was originally used in 1811 by the German naturalist Johann Carl Wilhelm Illiger. Pinnipeds feature streamlined, spindle-shaped bodies, rounded heads, flexible necks, limbs converted into flippers, and short tails. They also lack or have decreased external ear flaps. Pinniped skulls contain narrow interorbital spaces, long snouts, and big eye orbits. They stand out from other carnivorans in that certain facial bones do not include their orbital walls, which are mostly sculpted by the maxilla. Their teeth, especially the incisors and rear molars, are often smaller in number, pointed and cone-shaped, and devoid of carnassials when compared to those of other carnivorans. The upper canines of the walrus are unusual in that they grow into tusks. Pinniped genitalia and mammary glands can retreat inside the body. The foreflippers and hind flippers are the two sets of flippers found on the front and back of pinnipeds. The body completely encloses the elbows and ankles. Pinnipeds are typically slower swimmers than cetaceans, averaging 5 to 15 kilometers per hour compared to numerous dolphin species 20 kilometers per hour. Seals are quicker and more adaptable. Moreover, a few otariids, like the California sea lion, have the ability to extend their necks backwards until they can reach their hind flippers, which enables them to do dorsal turns. Pinnipeds have a number of adaptations for minimizing drag. They feature sleek networks of muscle bundles in their epidermis, which may promote laminar flow and make it simpler for them to float through water, in addition to their streamlined bodies. Additionally, they lack erector pili, allowing their fur to be sleek while swimming. Like penguins and sea turtles, otariids use their foreflippers to propel themselves forward while swimming. There are breaks in the animal's foreflipper movement, and it glides in between each stroke. The forelimbs of otariids are shorter than those of terrestrial carnivorans, which increases the mechanical advantage of the locomotor muscles at the shoulder and elbow joints. The hind flippers act as stabilizers. Phocids and walruses move their lower bodies and rear flippers as they swim, with the fore flippers primarily employed for steering. Some species leap from the water, which might help them move more quickly. Additionally, it is known that sea lions surf waves, which possibly helps them use less energy. Pinnipeds are capable of moving around on land, but not as successfully as other land creatures. Otariids and walruses are able to walk on all fours by rotating their hind flippers forward and under the body. The foreflippers move transversely as opposed to sagittally. Otariids depend on their judgment. During terrestrial mobility, the hind flippers are less important than the neck and back spine. Otariids generate propulsion while moving by swinging their heads and necks. Sea lions have been observed ascending staircases. Phocids can move more slowly on land. They move on land by lunging, jumping, and squirming while their foreflippers keep them balanced because they are unable to pull their hind flippers forward. Some creatures can move forward by using their foreflippers. On ice, phocids can more easily move about on land because they can sled. Pinnipeds have big, compact bodies, insulating blubber and fur, and fast metabolic rates, which help them save heat. Their flippers' blood arteries are also designed for countercurrent exchange. Athels, which carry warm blood from the body's center, are surrounded by veins carrying cool blood from the extremities. Pinnipeds must sleep in the water since they spend long stretches of time at sea. They have been observed by scientists to float slowly downward in a belly-up position while sleeping for minutes at a time. Seals sleep in the water, like other marine mammals, with half of their brains alert so they can spot and flee from predators. Both sides of their brains enter sleep mode when they are asleep on land. Pinniped milk has little to no lactose, unlike milk from terrestrial mammals. Mother pinnipeds use several techniques for lactation and maternity care. During their relatively brief breastfeeding period, which lasts for 4 days for the hooded seal and 5 weeks for elephant seals, phocids like gray seals, elephant seals, and hooded seals stay on land or ice and fast. These species' milk contains up to 60% fat, which enables the young to develop very quickly. Particularly, up until they are weaned, northern elephant seal pups acquire 4 kilograms each day. Some puppies may attempt to steal more milk from other nursing moms in order to put on weight faster than others. In these fasting species, there is a phenomenon known as alloparenting. While the majority of northern elephant seal moms nurse their own pups and refuse nursings from alien pups, some do accept alien pups alongside their own. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.